Hey, everybody, welcome to the Book Bar. It's Tuesday night. That means live Star Wars trivia. I'm Justin. With me, as always, is my brother Tyler, and we're bringing in, of course, Jeremy from Templar Pops. Templar, what's going on, man? Can we hear you? We can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear you. Got a mic issue. He's practicing.
Come on,
his
Templar.
miming.
You're supposed to be a veteran here.
Oh, my goodness. An absolute disaster unfolds immediately, but this is why people tune in, every time to see the dumpster fire.
Nothing ever goes right. Well, it's Mandalorian trivia tonight, Tyler. The Mandalorian season 1. We're doing part 1, part 2. So we're doing the first 4 episodes tonight. That's what's on tap.
Maybe.
Templar prepared questions. Oh, he speaks, and so he's going to be able to say them rather than just put them up on the screen. And we're going to guess them. But what's on tap has a double meaning on our show, as it always does, because we like to talk about what we're drinking. Tyler, start with you. What do you got on tap tonight?
All right, I've got a special one here. It's called a Gumball Head 3 Floyd's American Wheat Pale Ale. Look at this beast. And it says right here, it's
Very
not
descriptive.
normal. And if I had to describe it, it'd be pretty typical beer.
Pretty average.
Yeah, pretty typical beer. But it's good. It's a good beer. I like the can. The artwork just fantastic. A big fan of American Wheat Pale Ale. Yeah, I'm sure. I think this is a Banksy, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It looks like a Banksy can.
Yeah.
But hold on to that one.
Right. It's gonna be worth a lot. It's gonna be worth at least 10 cents.
It's gonna self-destruct, by the way. So just so you know. Yeah. Templar, what's on tap for you? We can't hear you again. What is happening?
And I see that you're muted. I'm gonna unmute
He's
you.
muted this time. Wait. I still can't hear him.
Can't hear
but
anything.
we could hear him a second ago. We could hear him a second ago.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go next.
Okay, you go.
Now I can hear him. I've got Bell's the Lighthearted Ale right there. See, block my face. It should focus right there. The Bell's Lighthearted Ale. And on tap, I've got a new Bell's, and we've got the Low Sun Low-Cal Wheat Ale right there. That's what's on. That's what's on deck for what's on tap for me. Templar, can we hear you?
I think so.
All right, we can hear you.
We have it. Okay.
Whoa.
There's a bad cable, a bad communication disruption here.
Oh my
between
God!
the cable
only
and
one thing.
Only one thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
You don't know how to set up your microphone. That's the only thing it can possibly mean. It's either that or invasion.
It is. It is Sith Tuesday. It is.
What's up, everybody in the chat? What's going on? Pop Sith. Ray is back. When was the last time Ray was in the chat? Ray, what's going on?
Hey, it's been a while, man. What's going
Jedi
on?
John,
Pop
Ginger
Sith,
Pops,
Jedi John,
everybody,
Ginger. What's
happening?
going on, guys? What is up, buddies?
Oh man.
Yeah, our bros. What's up, bros? Our fellow BookBarBros in there. What's going on,
Templar, what are you drinking tonight? What is that concoction?
It is essence of bantha.
Ooh, that means it's their urine. How is it? I hear it's good for the skin.
Delicious. It's delicious. Yeah.
It's tangy. It's a little tangy, but
right, a little tangy.
Kind
of tastes like piss, but it's good for the
a
skin.
lot better than spatchka.
Yeah,
that's how you know it's good.
Spatch is good in small doses. You just can't drink it too much. You start, thinking about X's and whatnot. It gets nasty. Maybe you defecate yourself. Who knows? I don't speak from experience.
Yeah, we got to put this. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, well, that's what's on tap. The Mandalorian trivia season 1. We're breaking this up into 2 parts. The first 4 episodes is tonight. That's what Templar has prepared the questions for. The next 4 episodes, the final 4 of season 1, we'll do next week. And then we're going to do the same thing with season 2. It's going to be the first 4 and then the next 4. So it's Mandalorian trivia this week and the next 3 weeks. Now it's time to move on to the pre-game chug. Everybody at home who's watching live, or even if you're watching on the replay, pick up whatever you got and let's cheers it, Tyler. I'm going to let you control that however you're doing it. Let's run it.
All right, let's go ahead and get ready for a chug. All right, everybody, get those glasses up. It is time to drink. I don't care if it's beer. I don't care if it's water, if it's whiskey, if it's wine. Just get those glasses in the air and drink with us. Cheers to you, Justin. Cheers to you, Templar. Cheers to everyone in the chat. Thanks for being here. Let's do this.
your lips. It's so good.
Right. Once it hits your lips, it's really so good.
I have to lean over a lot for that.
Well, I'm fine with it. I don't have to move at all. So it works just
I have to
fine.
lean over a lot.
Oh, gosh.
My chair doesn't tip, but it feels close a couple.
Yeah, but I just love doing that intro. It gets the juices flowing. I feel good, Let's do this.
So now, Tyler, now that you and I are working together to answer questions tonight, since Jeremy's put them together for us, I gotta say I feel really good. We're so happy that everyone is in the chat, and Jeremy and Jedi and Ginger and Pop said all you guys. But Ray is here tonight, Tyler, and that means we're going perfect.
We're going to be unstoppable.
He's going to be pitching all the right answers in the chat, which means Templar has no chance at defeating us.
You're assuming that I didn't ask him to be here.
That's a good point.
To throw us off the scent? Crafty swine. We shall see.
Crafty swine. All right. Well, next up is one of our favorite segments, Frederick's Fact Check. Got a catchy little beat to it, doesn't it? So for those of you that may not know, we have a fact checker. His name is Frederick. He's the best in the business. He goes over our previous week's streams to make sure that Tyler and I and Jeremy now have not, we didn't make any false or misleading statements. So Frederick goes over the previous stream. He puts together a report, sends it to Tyler. Tyler summarizes it, and then he shares the highlights with us. Tyler, what did Frederick have to say about last week?
Well, let's see. It says, first up, Frederick says to Templar. So right off the bat, going to our man down below here, he says, last week, Templar said that he often enjoys streaking to the gymnasium. Frederick looked into it, and he was able to confirm that this is true. And he actually obtained a photograph, which I believe we have here. I'm going to have to move my desk, but let's take a peek at this. There he is right there. There he is streaking. Wow. And so apparently that's true. He does go streaking a lot.
At night.
Yeah, but now according to Frederick,
still open.
Templar also said during one of his infamous streaks that he ended up nude on stage with none other than Snoop Dogg, the D-O-double-G himself. And so Frederick, obviously he had to look into this. So Frederick reached out to Snoop Dogg for comment. And when asked about the streaking incident in question, Snoop Dogg said, quote, "When I'm no longer rapping, I want to open up an ice cream parlor and call myself Scoop Dogg." Frederick said he was pretty sure that Snoop Dogg was high, so he thanked him for his time and hung up. So inconclusive on that bet. We're just not sure about
I was going to say, one way or the other, we didn't get an answer. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, to be continued on that one, I guess. Next up here, Frederick wanted to address the Rancor finger confusion from last week.
Good.
This caused a really heated debate. I know people really at each other's throats in the comment section over this. So let's just get into it. Last week, Templar asked Justin and I how many fingers Rancors have, right? And we guessed 3, which Templar said was correct, but then the chat informed us it's actually 4. So apparently we forgot about like his little pinky nub here, right? And so in fact we have a picture, and so you can see just a little tiny nub on his left hand, right? You see that little tiny nub over there? Apparently we forgot about that. But as this picture shows, one of the digits appears to be a thumb, and so this instigated a fiery debate about whether or not a thumb constitutes a finger. Was the question itself misleading? And Justin and I still actually correct. Yeah, and Templar, you don't want to know what that is because he does not have a
Oh, I know what it is.
So that's a big dirty bantha D right there, just hanging in your face. Justin, he looked into it, and let's see what he has here. So he said, this led us to a debate over whether or not a finger constitutes a thumb. And Frederick says here that while it's true that the Rancor has 4 digits, as can be seen in this picture, it also appears to have a thumb, and the thumb's anatomy and function differ slightly from the other fingers. So many people may not consider it a finger. However, Frederick says, as one of the terminal members of the hand, most medical guides do indeed refer to it as a finger. Thus, Frederick's ruling is that the Rancor has 4 fingers, and that Justin and Tyler were incorrect. And so that's it. Yeah, put your finger in it. We're done. That's a Frederick fact check. Thanks a lot, you dick.
That's a real bummer. That couldn't have been placed more perfectly on the screen.
And it definitely wasn't deliberate. There's no way
What?
would have done that on purpose. My gosh, just terrible placement.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Well, it's time to get into trivia, I think, right? That's all we have for the pregame show. So let's get into trivia. Now, before we do, let's tell everybody about how BookBar Trivia works. Now, since we're working with live action, Tyler will explain this a little better. The rules we bent the rules a little bit than how we normally do it for movies that are only 2 hours long that we've seen 1,000 times. These are live action shows, a lot longer, a lot more episodes. So the rules have changed a little bit. But BookBar Trivia, here's how it works. Tyler, let everybody know.
So BookBar Trivia consists of 4 rounds. The first round is the Youngling level. This level consists of 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. Now, again, typically we have rules, as Justin stated, for how each round will go for question levels. But essentially, since this is a season of a show, and we've had far less time in order to prepare, all the question levels have been shifted down a bit, but the point levels still remain the same. So the second round is the Padawan level, 5 questions worth 3 points apiece. Third round is the Jedi Knight level, 5 questions worth 6 points apiece. And then the fourth and final round is the Jedi Master level, where 11 points will be up for grabs. And this will consist of multi-part questions to see how deep our Mandalorian knowledge goes. And this is one where only the diehards are going to have a chance in this round. And of course, if Justin and I get every question correct at every level, we will score a perfect 66. And then Templar will have to perform a humiliation of our choosing. But at this point, Justin, I don't know what that could be to embarrass him. We know that he goes streaking regularly. We saw images of it, so I don't know. We're going to have to really think out of the box. Yeah. But of course, don't forget, everyone, that we encourage the chat to participate. They can give right answers, wrong answers, misleading answers, funny answers, absurd answers, and we can always go to the chat for help. We just have to sift through all the BS to do so. And with that, gentlemen, it's time.
It's time. So, Templar, we are absolutely ready to take you down. We're interested to see what you've got in store. Feel free to start loading up those questions. But first, we have to thank our round one sponsor, right? Who is our original sponsor. And that, of course, is Bantha Jerky. Tyler, take it away, Bantha Jerky.
Well, Bantha Jerky tastes like shit, but it's food. And now, guys, I actually have something to talk about with our sponsor, Bantha Jerky. Now, let me know if you guys have ever had this happen. You're enjoying a nice piece of Bantha Jerky, but the meat is so tough, as you guys know, it can take days to properly chew it so that you can digest it. So eventually you have to take it out. And where do you put it? I don't know, the trash can maybe, right? Well, not anymore, Justin, because introducing now is the Bantha Jerky Jar. Using the Bantha Jerky Jar, you can store up to 50 pieces of partially chewed Bantha Jerky in the Bantha Jerky Jar, so that not a single piece of your Bantha Jerky goes uneaten. Pick up the Bantha Jerky Jar and a bag of Bantha Jerky at your local Whole Foods today.
Conveniently placed again.
Right. Well, we can actually...
At least it's not a dick this time.
Yeah, but right? I feel like I've got a jerky jar on my head.
You do, but it's
like you said, it's the Bantha Jerky Jar. So I mean, that's a compliment, man.
The Bantha
I'm starting with all the hard
jar.
questions.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah, I hope they run some type of special where if you buy so many packages, maybe you get a free Bantha Jerky Jar. But good, that's excellent stuff. Well done. Okay. Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Let's go. Trivia round one. These are worth what? 2 points each. You think we would know that? We created the game.
Indeed.
2 points each. These are the easier level questions, but that's assuming Templar's playing the game the correct way. So, all right, Templar, we're ready. Take it away, man.
Question 1. Here we go, my friends. Here we go. So let's see if I can remember how to do this from last week.
There we go. 15 minutes later.
He's got it.
Episode 1. The Mandalorian, as we were talking about earlier, uses this catchphrase when apprehending the Mithril. Extra point for a decent impersonation.
Oh, now Tyler, I got to tell you.
Hot. or I can bring you in cold.
Well, yeah, but I can do the impersonation.
Please.
That's
So,
true. Just
you
muffle
know.
your voice.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of. Hold on. I think I can get this one.
Okay.
Let me find my voice here.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Let
set
me
yourself
find
up.
it.
Look off
Let me
screen
find
for
it,
a second.
let me
Get
find it.
into your zone. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Me.
I can take you on warm, or I can take you on cold.
Wow.
That's not bad. Thank you. Yeah.
Definite. 2 bonus points. 2 bonus points.
I wish I had flowers I could throw you. Let's see. What do I have?
It's gotta be
Confetti.
something.
Here we go.
I should have went. I can take you in warm.
I can take you in cold. Wow!
great.
Congratulations, Jack. Cash is flowing. Everything.
Or I can take you in cold.
Well
There we
done,
go.
buddy.
All right.
What an impersonation. All right, that's
Boom.
2 points on the board.
Is that the final answer? You didn't really.
Oh, well, I mean.
Final
yeah.
answer, yes.
Yes, that's the final answer.
That's correct.
Assuming that's a catchphrase, we'll assume yeah. I'd say yeah.
Did
you
anybody
know,
pick up
popular
on the
phrase.
pun?
Yeah.
The pun?
Yeah.
Did you grab that? Chat.
pun?
The pun. Catchphrase. Never mind. Question 2.
Because he's catching people because he's a bounty hunter.
Oh, Templar.
Yeah.
Look at
You
that.
scamp. You scamp.
I learned. I'm
minx.
studying Tyler's techniques.
Oh boy.
You, man. You dirty slut. Wow, what a pun. God. All
Are you
right.
ready? Question
let's do
2. The client is played by this legend of new German cinema.
Absolutely.
I know this one.
Yep. It's none other than the Clint Eastwood. Wow.
Final
Now
answer.
is.
I thought it was Ashton Kutcher.
You
Are
know,
you
it
sure
is-
that he's not the new Germans?
Clint Kutcher.
It is Werner Herzog, of course, is who it is. I don't know if you guys felt this way. I had a little hard time swallowing him as the character at first, but in this, this watch through recently, I actually really liked him as it didn't bother me at all.
I think he's great.
I love it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
But I
lot
think-
of characters I can't swallow sometimes in these shows, but like he's not one of my I
Well,
like.
but like I've seen like Werner Herzog's documentaries, he just has such a distinct voice, and so the first time I saw him in there, it's like that's all I could think about. You know what I mean? It was thinking about him outside of that role, so it kind of took me out of it. But really, he did an excellent job. He was really great.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yep.
It
All
was
right, so yeah,
intense.
so that's our
Very-
final answer, huh?
It is final answer. Werner Herzog.
Oh,
Correct.
oh, but Pop said that. Oh, okay, we're correct. Whew. Okay,
answer's
close one because it could have been Adolf Hitler.
Oh,
The
shit.
answer is Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller. When anybody thinks German, they think Hitler. So that's the only person anybody knows from Germany, apparently.
I
We're
don't
2
think
for
it.
2.
I think a lot of other things, but I can't talk about those because Justin won't be able to put the commercials on the show.
Right. Yeah.
I
So we
won't
don't
be
want to
able
lose our
Yeah,
sponsors.
that's right. But if you
Yep.
do start talking nonsense, we can always. We always got it ready.
We're always prepared. Our fingers always
Good
on the
thing.
button, only on a 30-second delay. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
We're a little behind on it, but yeah, it's
we're a
fine.
little behind.
All right, so we're 2 for 2. 4 points plus the bonus points for the impressions. So here we go.
Oh yes,
A very
that's
good
right.
impression, I might
Who's
add. Very
Who's
good.
keeping
Right out
track
of
of
the gate.
this. Frederick.
Yeah.
He's not here.
I had someone ask me earlier, is Frederick real? And I had to answer, I don't know. So I'll leave
Is-
that to you.
Is Frederick real? Of course, Frederick is real.
He's very
Frederick
real.
does some of the hardest work of this entire program.
Easy.
And again, it's not easy to secure him, right? I mean, again, this guy's
No,
the 6-time national
We've
fact-checking
up and
champion.
down. We've lost him and had to get him back. Remember,
we
I
have
had a little riff with
absolutely
him
Yeah,
months ago, and we had to get him back, and it was not
Yeah, 'cause
easy. Yeah.
that was a big ordeal. And then when he started his fact-checking company in France with his friend Francine, that's when things really got messy because then it's like he's just kind of
He's
so
in demand.
busy.
Yeah,
Right,
he's
it's
in
such a frenetic lifestyle. So but I mean, so we're lucky to have him. We're lucky to have him. So
Absolutely. Are you guys ready
All right.
for question 3?
let's do it.
Boom. Boom. There we go. Cara Dune was formerly a shock trooper. What did she do after the Battle of Endor? There are 2 answers.
What did she do after
Oh my
the Battle
God.
of Endor?
I know this.
This is from episode 4.
Yep. Gosh, I wrote this down.
I like it. I like
I'm trying to think of what you mean exactly because I remember Okay. So there was something about, I don't know what it means, but she was talking about like being drop shipped or something in, I don't, and then she was, oh God, something about being a peacekeeper. Do you remember that? Like she was
right.
like,
That's what it was.
We were like, we were like peacekeepers for the delegates, and
that's not quite right.
Well, something. I remember that whole speech, and she's like, "Oh, after the warlords came in, and then the politics started, or whatever. Like after the empire, right, and all that stuff."
Yeah, I know. I wrote this down.
What did she do after the Battle of Endor? There are two answers.
Oh, gosh, but when I
don't know if peacekeeper is one of them.
Oh, okay, that's right. She had a small business making. I think you meant pots. It was pottery. She had a small business, a small pottery business. She was selling them on Etsy, making a killing. Too.
It's a great way to make money.
Oh my God.
really is.
Thriving Galactic Media.
Yeah.
She was great on Galactic Media.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just...
Very popular.
Oh, Ray's back.
Ray is back, everybody. There he is. Man, we don't have it, and this is really disappointing because I know I heard this and it even jumped out to me as like, oh, that would be a great question. But when I was reviewing before stream today, I didn't see it. Like, I wonder if I just missed it. I wrote it down somewhere else.
I think so too. I took my notes today on like my second watch through, and I don't recall her having like jobs. Like I remember her being a shock trooper because he talks about her being an ex-shock trooper. Okay, she was on mop-up duty on Endor or something like that, right? It was like after the Battle of Endor, she was on mop-up duty. Unless maybe that's what he means.
Well, I think Augie is thinking of Wyatt Earp. Unfortunately. Stripper. Okay. Yeah, she actually did work on stripping down vehicles for a long time. Okay. She also took her clothes off for a living. Good. Yeah, so wow. She did a bit of that. How many answers can we have? Because these are all good.
Any of those on the right track, Tim?
Right, come on, are we in the ballpark at all? I'll be honest, I cannot remember, and it's gonna drive me crazy when I hear it because I heard this. I remember in the show. I know exactly what you're talking about, Templar. It's a fair question. I can't remember. I'm not gonna be able to pull it.
I feel like you're already talking it. You're talking it through, right? So don't trust your gut. Go with your first instincts and just put it out there.
Stripper and Marshal of Tombstone. Trust my gut.
Correct.
Whoa! Wow. I didn't even remember that. Wow. I was here saying Wyatt Earp like an idiot. All right.
Okay. So I think he means to say like peacekeeper.
Okay, let's go with peacekeeper because that does sound familiar. It was the other thing you said afterwards, so I wasn't sure.
What else did I say? It was like peacekeeper, and I said something like she was like doing mop-up duty.
Oh yes,
on Endor. Is that what he means by a job? Like she was mopping up on Endor.
She did mop up. Yes, you are absolutely correct. That is right. Mop up duty on Endor because that's what I remember. I was like, oh, that's kind of a neat little callback to like, think about the destruction there, and there's people that have to do that. Absolutely, you are absolutely correct.
I don't know about that, but is that we're gonna go with? We're gonna go with.
No, the mopping up on Endor is one of them. It has to be if
for
this
one
is what
job.
It means.
Okay, and then just say a peacekeeper.
And then let's go with peacekeeper and see if he needs any more than that.
He's squinting. He's squinting like he wants more. Okay, well we're gonna go with that as our final answers.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is correct.
Yes, baby.
That's it. Like that's both things.
She mopped up ex-imperial warlords. She says that, and she acted as a peacekeeper, quelling riots, is what made her quit the rebellion.
See, so like I was on the right track. Like we were there talking about the right things. Yeah. I just I didn't know if we had them right
perfectly
way.
Well, the mopping up on Endor. The minute you said that, I was like, "Oh my God, you were absolutely right. That was perfect."
Is it.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and then Augie has one in there that I don't know if I should put up, but maybe maybe as she was stripping those cars down, she also did that.
Maybe he means mopping up after the jizz whalers played somewhere. I mean, we're in a universe where jizz whaling is very real.
Sometimes my head is in the gutter.
Jizz is very real in the Star Wars universe.
I'm embarrassed. Of course,
And
that's
it's super
what he means.
easy
He's
to get
talking about
around. So
should be embarrassed.
cleaning up after jizz whalers. I mean, that's got to be what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize, everybody. I have a dirty mind. I've been known for it.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Tell you what, Ray's right. That's how you make the money. She should have just started an OnlyFans.
Oh,
She
yeah.
just started an OnlyFans. That I honestly, I have to be honest. I swear, I don't know much about OnlyFans, other than I watch Tyler. I watch Grant Stephan. Does anybody know who Grant Stephan is? He's like a younger, like real estate investing kind of guy. And he has this podcast where he's always bringing on like young entrepreneurs to like talk about how they're making money. And he brought on a girl who like is on OnlyFans, like where people apparently just pay like a monthly subscription to like watch your
See
videos,
you
which is
naked.
essentially pornography.
Right.
And
I'm on there.
and she was
Yeah, me too. I make a kill. I clean up.
we're Templars only memberships, and
Yeah.
and then and she makes something like it was like $200,000 or $300,000 a month.
A month.
A month.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know what gets
And
me
all,
about this
all
stuff?
she does is just get naked in front of a camera, and it's like men will pay for that,
Right.
women will not.
Oh,
Like-
but no, plenty of old broads pay me to and I tell you, I clean up, but literally I clean my house naked and I put it
Yeah.
on a webcam, and
Cool boy.
lots of
Yeah, okay.
lots of people pay money for it.
You
that's my
should see my
OnlyFans
wife's
rant.
browser bar. Wow.
Right.
You think it's
It's-
just men paying for that stuff.
Right, it's nothing but BookBar Tyler OnlyFans on her tab.
right.
That's all she's watching all day, every day. You can't get it once you pop. You can't stop. You know.
Wow.
Are we ready for question 4? It feels like time.
No, you know
No.
what? Let's go on this a little bit more.
All right.
I
we're
think
ready.
we have a clip of me.
We're ready.
Question number 4. Carl Weathers plays this shady character. His relationship with Mando is rocky at best.
Oh man, well done, Templar. No.
Hold on.
Let's appreciate this.
That's a knee slapper.
Let's appreciate this. He's doing a great job.
He's doing awesome.
He's working the puns into the questions.
That's what you
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
have to do. It's
I love
honestly, it's your obligation as a question writer to put puns in your questions. I mean, because that is the best way to insert comedy and bring joy into people's lives is to have questions with puns in them. So thank you, Templar.
Well
What a
Oh,
wonderful question.
Learning from the best.
That's
yeah,
right.
Well,
Cheers.
cheers. I'll drink to that, right? Cheers. So of course, Carl Weathers plays Grieve Karga, right?
Grieve Karga is absolutely correct. Final answer.
That is correct.
Boom.
Oh yeah, let's see what we have in the chat here. We went a little too fast. Chubbs right there from Popsith. God,
Maybe
It's
his
all in the
greatest role.
hips.
might be
all
one of my
His
favorite,
greatest role.
one of his greatest roles of all time.
Come on,
My
happy
God.
riding the bull, acting like a damn fool.
Uh-huh. Oh my God.
So we played a role in a golf movie.
He sure
Yeah, and not just a golf movie, Templar. Oh my God, you ignorant slut.
did.
The
golf
best,
movie.
greatest, the only golf movie that anyone should ever watch. Happy Gilmore. What an amazing flick. How he didn't win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor
Oh,
in
I
a
know.
golf comedy starring Adam Sandler. I haven't the foggiest, but he
He
didn't
should've.
win that category. Which is
Who
just
won
too
that
bad.
year? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Right, of course,
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis won it
Probably.
for his role in Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler.
Happy Gilmore. Who would have won? Well, Shooter McGavin would have had to have won in Best Supporting Actor in that year.
Oh,
in,
that's
in an
true.
Adam
Yeah.
Sandler movie.
He really
Adam Sandler
was.
golf movie.
Really
You
was.
tell
amazing.
me a white man you love, and I'll tell you a black man I trust even more. Apollo Creed.
My dad,
absolutely right.
Apollo Creed, Danny Glover. Anybody? Come on.
Danny Glover. That's right. Oh, The Office. One of the best comedies of all time. All right, Tyler, we're 4 for 4. Let's go, Templar. Let's round it out. Let's finish out the round 1 with a perfect score. Here we go.
This is question number 5, the last of the easy stuff.
Question 3 was easy. Jeez.
Pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Episode 3. What does the client say about the Mandalorian's Beskar reward?
Well, that's a bit vague.
Nope, he
What
says
does the-
something very specific. It's the only thing he says about it.
Are you now? Before I'm going to try to say it before I lose it. Are you saying that he says something like, "It's such a big reward for such a small package"? Like, is that kind of like what we're talking about?
Maybe.
Okay, so we got to
Trust
think
your
of the
gut.
So that's it.
Trust your guts. Trust your gut.
Trust our gut. Yeah, because he says something like when he gives him all the Beskar,
Yep.
he says something like such a reward or large reward or big. I don't know what he exactly says, but he says something like that, like such a large reward.
Yeah,
for
I think you're like
such a
spot
small
on for
package.
such a
He
small
says something.
package. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
something like
that's-
that.
Is that your
I'd say
gut's final answer?
I'd say let's go with that.
Okay,
Final answer.
that's our gut's final answer.
That is correct, my friends.
Oh, okay.
Boom,
I literally,
baby.
I'm talking like I just watched this like an hour ago. Like I
Oh.
just
Can I
watched
try
the
an
last
impersonation?
episode.
I'm gonna try an impersonation.
Oh,
Send it
oh
awful.
no.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Well,
Warner,
actually,
I'm gonna
Templar,
channel my inner
absolutely.
Warner.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What an impression! That was
Great.
amazing.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
so
Go ahead.
proud.
Yes,
Oh
you got a
man,
real
that was
one?
the
feel
best
wicked
impression
as
I've ever heard.
let me try. I'm gonna get in character here.
Oh boy.
Such a large bounty for such a small package. Not bad. Little.
It wasn't the worst.
Who is that?
No,
Who's
you're
that
right,
one?
it wasn't
the
the worst.
plane. The plane. Oh, where's that
See-
from? Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know if that was Werner Herzog, but you know
man.
what? I'll give you a solid C for trying.
I feel like I should get a bonus point for that.
I feel like you should get another Rancor P right in your.
A Rancor. You get a Rancor tail right in the face for that one,
Yeah,
Templar.
right. A Rancor
Hey, this is
tail
a
right
family
there.
show. Dale says only on question 5. You started the same time X-Wing started. They had 18 questions. Well, we have 15 in a bonus round, but we like to drink and have fun and
Well,
put up.
let's say, but
stupid
how much are they
graphics.
drinking?
Come on,
I mean,
Dale.
come on, that's not. I gotta
Speaking of
open up
which-
another beer already.
So,
I
so
do
does
too.
he-
I need another beer.
is that what he says? He says large bounty is the exact quote. Such a
It is.
large bounty.
Such a large bounty for such a
Okay.
small package, and that's all he says about the reward. They immediately go on to
Okay.
like Mandalorian's
Well,
honor
we
code.
will gladly take credit for that because, of course, this is
Solid.
again not a movie that is 2 hours long that we've seen 1,000 times. So okay, like that, love it. Before we move on, right? We of course have to thank our patrons for all of their support. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All of our nerd level 1, 2, and 3 patrons, and of
Nerds.
course our council member Jeremy Templar Pops. Man, we appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate everything you do for us. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there is a link down in the description below. And now, before we move on to round 2, again, we have round by round sponsors. Again, we're so big now. We're about to blow
We're
up.
really
We have
getting kind of
hundreds,
huge. It's
hundreds
going to my
of
head.
subscribers. It's going to my head as well. Of
Yeah.
course, our round 2 sponsor is none other than Big League Chewy, Tyler.
From Wookiee of the Year, Chewbacca. It's a real home run and available anywhere tobacco products are marketed to children. And guys, I get a lot of questions about whether or not Big League Chewy is biodegradable, right? People want to know about this. And let me just say that most gum is suspected to decompose in about 500 years or so. But Big League Chewy, on the other hand, never decomposes. It will
Never?
literally survive the heat death of the universe. And that, gentlemen, is a testament to the quality of the product you're getting when you get Big League Chewy. So pick up yours today. Thanks so much, Big League Chewy, for being a sponsor.
Wow.
I've got some on my mouth right now.
Excellent. Well done. And thank you, Big League Chewy. As you said, anywhere tobacco products are marketed to children, which we know means you can pick it up anywhere you go. Oh, thank you so much again to our sponsors. All right, moving right along, Templar. We're ready. Round 2. We're 5 for 5. We have 10 points plus bonus points for my Mandalorian take you in warm or take you in cold impression. So, Tyler, technically, we've got a buffer. Okay, we've got a bit of a buffer. So, all right, Templar, whenever you're ready, we're ready. Let's go.
You're doing good. You're doing good. I feel good. I engineered those questions a little bit shorter, a little bit harder. You're doing good. I like
Hey,
it.
we're hard. The Cara Dune one was not easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of these are tricky.
You ready? This is gonna get
Ready.
better.
Ready.
Here we go. How many enemies does the Mandalorian disintegrate with his pulse ambient sniper rifle?
I
in
need more
episode
information.
Episode 2. Episode 2, the whole episode.
So it's the one
Okay.
where the Mandalorians come and they help him and stuff like that. That's the one we're talking about, right? So he zaps a bunch of people when he's in the back of.
I wrote these down. He disintegrates one of the Trandosians, right? It's the one Trandosian that walks away, runs away from him when they fight. He disintegrates 3 Jawas. He said it's episode 2. Okay, so it's the child. It's the one. Okay. he disintegrates 3 Jawas before he runs and they get in the sandcrawler and they run away. And I think that's it. The one, is it just one Trandoshan? I think he beats the 2. The 1 runs away and he shoots him and disintegrates him. And then when he's sniping the Jawas, he shoots 3. I know this because I wrote it down. He snipes 3 Jawas before they get in the sandcrawler. So I think the answer is 4.
Wow, look at that. Well, I'm gonna if you feel confident, and I've got nothing for you. This is all you. But I'd say before we answer, we have Ray in the chat, who is an expert at
numbers guy.
Anything to do with numbers. That is Ray's ball. So let's see.
Okay.
See, now Ray says it's 23.89 times 4.9 times 0.1. He changed his multiplication symbols.
Can we run the math on this? I'm gonna do it here. Hold on. So we've got 23.89 times 4. Hold on. Times 4.9, right? So that in and of itself is an equation, and then times 0.1, correct?
Well, yeah, it's not really an equation because there's no equals, so we don't really have anything to equate it to.
But I think that he's saying the answer is 11.7.
Okay, he's saying it's 11.7.
11.7.
But now it could be that 0.1. Sometimes in parentheses they use that to mean the error in the other numbers. So maybe he's saying it's 23.89 times 4.9, but 4.9 has an error of plus or minus 0.1.
Tyler,
so
I think we're giving Ray a little
4.0
too
to
much
5.
credit, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa, dude!
Oh, wait a minute.
How dare you, sir?
You're right. You're welcome, Ray.
A droid would be counted as a partial. It wouldn't be a full thing. It would be a droid's just a thing, a partial, useless thing. You know,
that's
nobody
a good point.
cares about droids.
So are we going 11.7?
3 Jawas. The answer is 4.
All right, 4. Final answer.
Final answer.
Correct.
Boom. What did I tell you?
Well done, buddy. I'm very proud of you right now. My heart is very full. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
That was very impressive.
But now, in that particular episode 2, there's not a lot of trivia in that episode. That episode is a lot of just regular dialogue, and then him fighting the Mudhorn and walking around and fighting. I remember looking at that, and I looked at my notes, and I thought, I barely wrote down anything in that episode. And so I was
long
like, okay.
stretches like that. But, part of it, too, I was really enjoying it. Coming off the Book of Boba, I felt like watching this. I couldn't believe how much crisper it was than I even remember right off the bat. I actually really enjoyed this second watch through. And there was a few times, to be honest, where I forgot to take notes. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, there was like 10 minutes where I wasn't really paying close enough attention because I was just getting absorbed. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me too hard. But apparently Justin is just locked in right now.
Those things, man.
You are locked in. I'm impressed.
Thank you. All right, thank you. All right.
Speaking of impressed, I have to toss a shout out, though, because my good friend Augie helped me write that question. Believe it or not.
Oh, did he really? Look at that.
He did. We were chatting. He's like, hey, I got a cool question. He shot it out to me. I answered it. And I'm like, I'm going to use that in the chat.
So he asked you, did you get it right? He asked you?
I did.
Did you got it right too? Yeah.
But our argument was he said vaporize. How many enemies did the Mandalorian vaporize? But later in the episode, he clearly says, I disintegrated.
Disintegrated.
Yes.
He doesn't say the number. He says, I disintegrated a few of them.
A few of them, right?
Yeah, he says a few.
And Augie caught that. We were going with vaporize, and we picked up the disintegrate at the second watch through. So thank you, Augie.
Wow.
Nice.
Well done. Well, thanks for participating, Augie. That's awesome, man.
Your question. Take that, Augie.
Right.
Now it's time for a real question.
That's why I keep Justin around. I'll be honest. I've almost kicked him off the show multiple times because I'm like, what do I need this guy for? You know what I mean? I'm essentially a one-man show. But then it's moments like this where I remember, you know what? Maybe I'll hold him on for a couple more episodes. Know? But that's only going to buy him a few more. He's going to have to keep upping his game.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Don't forget, I also have my butt finger on the admin buttons over here too. So
you have that's your butt finger.
That's just what we need.
Butterfinger, right? Exactly.
Okay.
Question number 7. Before it's too late. What was the first line spoken by Keel in episode 2? In episode 2,
The old
Queel, and I
Ugma.
think you spelled it wrong. I
Queel.
think it's 2 I's. But
it could be.
what is the first? This is a good one. What's the first thing he says? So it's Mando gets attacked by the blurg.
Yep.
The other blurg comes up. Quill shoots the second blurg. Quill rides up on his blurg.
You're
And
in
he
the
says-
wrong episode. This is episode 2. Episode 2.
Oh, you're saying specifically in episode 2.
Oh,
what's
yeah,
the
he says
first
it right
thing
there.
said?
First line spoken by him in episode 2.
Oh, and you
And
said
it's actually
first
the
line,
first
yeah.
legible dialogue in the episode as well.
I mean,
15
I have
minutes in.
spoken is something he says over and over again, but does that make sense for that to be the first line that he's said?
Boy,
I honestly don't know.
boy. Now you see,
Oh,
I mean, this
Dale.
is like
We got
like
Dale.
Dale.
in the-
You and I keep clicking on
we
the same
keep clicking
time.
on the same thing. We've got Dale in the chat saying the same thing. I have spoken.
Yeah, but no,
But
that
does
doesn't make
does
any
that make
sense.
sense, though?
Thank you,
It,
Dale.
makes,
Thank you,
it
Dale.
makes no sense for Queel's first line of that episode to be "I have spoken." He only says that when he's done talking. So, sup, broski? That could be. So
I am not entirely sure. First line spoken.
So he already leaves. He's on his way back to the Razor Crest when he sees the Jawas, and then he gets zapped by the Jawas. And does he wake up?
See, like something like this doesn't sound bad. From Pop Sith, I will help you.
Yeah, he says that, but I don't think
it's the
that's just
start
like
of the
the first
episode?
thing he says. And Templar asked this as a question because it seems like it would be some type of significant line.
You're a bounty hunter.
You're a Mandalorian. You know, no, he says that. He says that in the first episode. He talks about him being a Mandalorian, and that's why he helped him because he thought he could, get rid of all the guys at the encampment.
This is a
I got to be
tricky
honest.
one.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. The
Ooh, I
first
like it.
line Queel says in the second episode.
Wow.
Templar's busting our balls here, and this is
Yeah,
question
for
7.
real. Yeah, this is real.
The reason I went with this is because it was actually the first line of dialogue in the film as well. Legible dialogue.
You mean in the episode? You mean? Yeah.
Episode, correct.
First thing he says, you're a bounty hunter, I will help you. But I think he says that maybe the first time. I think he says that in episode 1. He's talking about in episode 2.
I'm happy to provide a context hint, like a visual
Please.
hint that would help.
Yes. We
So
accept your
Mando's
security.
walked through the desert with the child. His ship smashed. He's hurt. He heads
Right.
back to this dude's place, and the dude's standing in a tower, fixing the tower. Mando
Yeah.
walks up. He doesn't look at him. He just says this line.
And he says, "So you're alive."
Oh. No.
How about that?
Is that
Because he doesn't know he survived. He doesn't know he got out of there. Right? He doesn't. Maybe he says, "You're alive," or "So you're alive."
Man.
Now I think I'm on the right track. And see, like Dale here says, "I thought you were dead." I like that too. See, I think it's something like that.
Thank you, Dale, for your participation. Appreciate that.
I thought you were dead. Augie says, "I thought you were dead." Templar's over the top thanking of Dale makes me think that that's a hint to us that may be the right answer.
Or it's a very good play to get us to go for a fake answer.
No. He's been steering us in the
he's
right
been
direction
playing
with
straight
going with our
up.
gut. When
It
we
is
say
Sith
something.
Tuesday. You guys realize it's the rule of 2 Tuesday. 2-2.
Yep.
That's right. It is
2022.
Tuesday.
Twos.
It
Lots
is
of twos.
2.
All right.
22.
Too many beers.
Let's not dwell on this. Let's keep it going. I
All
think
right.
I think they're right. I think it might be I thought you were dead. I
let's
like
go
that
with-
better than you're alive because I thought
Fine.
maybe it was something like that.
Final
So,
answer.
because after the fight, it seems like something you would say, right?
We've already locked it in.
Okay, I thought you were dead.
Final answer.
Sure.
The chat is correct.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
chat.
Dale and
Oh,
Augie in there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
of
chat.
course,
Excellent.
and of course, Top Stith and Ray and everybody else. Ray, I assume
Ray,
you
oh
said the
gosh.
same thing. Ray is the arrow is pointing to the correct answer. So
Goodness gracious! If I could
I
kiss
thought
each
you were
one
dead.
of you on the mouth with just a little bit of tongue, but like in a taste, like a
but an
tasteful amount of tongue.
appropriate, a tasteful amount. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I would right now because that was a
Cheers.
difficult question.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody! Wow.
Yeah, it
Wow,
was
wow, wow.
great. Very well done. You guys were pretty close though in your talking throughs, but not close enough.
Well, the
Oh,
context helped. The context helped to be
Yes.
like, okay, it wasn't any of these key lines. It's got to be something about like he survived, you're
Mhm.
alive. I thought you were dead. Makes perfect sense. Well done. All right,
Well
everybody,
done, chat.
let's keep it going. Question
Okay.
number 8. We're technically perfect still, right?
Here we go.
Technically perfect.
Yes.
Episode 3. The Mandalorian meets the armorer to give her his Beskar reward. She offers him something, but he declines. What was it? Why did he decline it? And what does she give him for a bonus point?
Okay, I think I know this.
Okay.
Tyler. Okay. In episode 3, to give her his Beskar reward for the child, she offers him, I think it's the Mudhorn signet. He says
and
no.
he says that he hasn't earned it because an enemy helped him.
Yes, an enemy
Right.
helped him kill the Mudhorn.
Yep.
What was it? Okay, why did he decline it? Because an enemy helped him.
Yep.
What does she give him? It's like
she gives him the whistling birds.
whistling birds. Yes, and she gives him the whistling birds instead.
Okay.
So, yeah, right. So I think that's right. Meets the Mudhorn.
With the, signet.
Yeah,
of
I
the
say I
Mudhorn.
agree. Yeah, she offers him the signet of the Mudhorn. He says no. He declines it because an enemy helped him.
Offers him a free subscription. Or, you know what? I'll be honest. I'll be dead serious. So like, I have never paid a subscription
have
to
declined
an
that. He wouldn't
OnlyFans.
have
Oh, I
declined
missed
it.
Ray.
I
missed
would
Ray.
if it was the armor. I need to see what's underneath that whole thing, right? Like what's
That's
going
great.
on under there, man? Oh, who knows? I need to see.
You know what they should do with the armor is they should have her like remove her helmet like randomly in some stupid scene when it doesn't matter to like totally
Yes.
get rid of the big reveal when she actually does take it off.
that would be tight.
I'm still very bitter about the fact that Bill Burr got to see the Mandalorian without his helmet off before the child did. That was stupid. That's absolutely
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. But okay, so I think we have it, right? So it's
Locking it in.
Yeah, okay.
right?
Lock in. Final answer.
Locking it in, Templar. Final answer.
That is 100% correct.
All right.
Boom.
We were all over that
And
one. We were
Excellent.
all
Bonus.
over that one.
That's more
Excellent.
bonus points.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's a
Bonus
bo-
points.
So we are actually, how many bonus points are we up now? So we're up 2
Oh,
bonus
wow.
points.
Two or three bonus points up on top.
Let's call
so
it 3.
we're
You know what? Let's round it to a nice even 4. We're up 4 bonus points. Oh my god, we're killing it.
Absolutely. Not for
Feeling
long,
good.
though. This
Okay.
is last softball right here, and then it gets
So there's
really
6 really hard
Softball.
questions. It's not like that was
Softball?
an easy question. I mean, that was not an easy question.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
These
all right.
beers are really starting to do something here.
Mine are going down. They're going down.
mine
good.
too. They're feeling.
All right, here we go.
Wilson.
Question number 9. Speaking of beers, what did Manda order at the sanctuary in Sorgan? What did the server say it was made from?
He ordered. Are you talking for the child? He
Talk to your
ordered.
brother. Talk to
The
He
bo-
ordered
So
he
you're talking
ordered
about the bone broth?
broth. He ordered a broth. Was it bone broth for the child? And the server said that they just killed or something. You're in luck. We just got like a ginger or a ginger or something like that. Like last week or something like that. Like, right? He says like
Yeah.
a bone broth or a something broth for the child. And she says, "Oh, we just killed her. You're in luck with a ginger or something like that." Right?
What is it? Is that what it's called? A ginger? Was it is a ginger? So it was just a redheaded person? They just cooked them, bone broth, soulless bastards.
You know, trying to think what the closed captions look like, and I think it was like a JINGER or JINJER something ginger. But yeah, I think you're right. It was a broth. Is it a bone broth though? Like that's the thing. Was it a bone broth? I don't remember.
See if they're because I think that.
But he does. He orders a broth or something like that for the child, right?
Because I know that Grogu has had bone broth, but I don't remember if that's what he was drinking when they were in the village or if that's what they got there. Because when does he have the thing where it's like the
soup that has the Funko Pop or whatever? Yeah. No, the squid thing is later.
That's way later. Okay. So maybe this is
like the squid chowder.
So squid chowder's later. So maybe it's
ginger,
so Dale.
No, it's like Gringer, ginger, not ginger. Like
so
Gringer.
Dale says Gringier. And
I think
says yes,
Dale,
bone broth.
Yeah, and I think Dale's right. I think it's not ginger; it's like Gringer or something like that.
Okay.
So,
can I block people in the chat?
Go back to the question. It's a Big Mac and a large iced tea.
You know what they did, and then what was smart is they had a Big Mac box underneath it while they ate it to collect everything that fell. And then they saved it all week, and then they had a bonus Big Mac at the end of the week from all of the parts that had fallen off.
They called it the Big Mac idea.
The Big Mac idea. It's amazing.
I want a Big Mac now. What the hell's up with that? Where's
because they're our new sponsor.
Yeah.
We need more sponsors. Here we go. Okay, so I think we're right. I said broth. Tyler said bone broth. I think he's right. I think he orders a bone broth for the child. That's what he orders. And the server says it comes from. I think Dale's right. It's not a ginger. It's like a Gringer. Okay. So we're going to say a bone broth, and the server says it's from a Gringer.
Locked in. Final answer.
Once again, the chat comes through with 100% correct answer. Gringer, bone broth for the child.
Well, hey, we nailed bone broth immediately, and then
and the ginger thing, we were right there.
We were right there. Yeah, but and then
Dale with 1 year subscription for Cara Dune's. Dale,
that's right, Dale. You went a 1 year subscription to Cara Dune's OnlyFans. Well done.
My goodness! Holy crap!
Do you know, if we give away Funko Pops
for a week.
We give away Funko Pops, right? You know, we get like 10 people in the live chat. We give away OnlyFans subscriptions to Cara Dune. There's going to be tens of thousands of people in this live chat. That's what we've got to start doing.
Tune in next week, folks, because that's what we're going to be giving away.
Well, she's not working on the Mandalorian anymore, so
let's just get some OnlyFans. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Maybe just random porn logins. That's our giveaway. We'd get thousands of people at these lives.
Easy.
I mean, that's a brilliant idea. Just let's keep that in our back pocket.
Thank you. That's how you make money, baby.
Question number 10.
Question 10.
Let's go. Round it out.
Doggy, leave me alone, doggy. What do the last 4 digits of a chain code contain for information?
Oh my God, that's such a good question.
That is a very good one.
This is my favorite question.
Age,
as a matter of fact.
Age,
because Werner Herzog tells him it's only the last 4. Was it last known location?
Last known location. It's definitely his age, right? Because they mention he's 50.
Yep. That he's 50. Because he asked about the chain code, and Werner Herzog says you get the last 4 digits, and he's like, "What?" And he says, someone of your skill, it should be no problem.
Yeah.
And you're right. Age, and I think it's the last known location, because just the location would be like, well, he's right there. I think it was the last known location.
Yep. Anything else?
What else does it? What do the last 4 digits of a chain code contain for information? But Templar, we're right? We're talking about the 4 things that Werner Herzog tells him he gets when he tells him he only gets.
I can't tell you that. Go to the chat.
And Templar, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there is a rat right behind your right shoulder.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, the thing is freaking huge.
It looks rabid.
It's how we grow here and it's over.
Holy crap. If you need to blink twice if you're in trouble. Like, do you need help? Are you okay? Oh my God! Someone get Templar some help. I am looking.
It's attacking. Oh, he's
alive.
Okay.
And
Beer
it's not, the skeleton's not positioned correctly. So he's not gonna work. Dang it! All right.
No, okay. See, Dale says their age and the last known location. Okay, so maybe we're right. Maybe because the age could be 2 digits, and then the location could be like a 2-digit number.
Right.
Maybe there isn't anything else. It gives you last known location and age because he's 50, and so that's 2 digits. And so maybe the last known location is like an XY type coordinate that pinpoints them to some last known location.
I think it's got it because we know. I mean, those are the only 2 bits of information I can think
I don't
of that he
remember
knew.
him saying anything else.
And so I'd say you want to go with that. You want to lock that in?
I say yeah because I honestly, I mean, I got nothing. I'm blanking. I don't have anything else. So we'll lock that in and say it's
Lock it in, final answer.
last location and their age.
Half point. It's just the age.
It is
Just the age.
Yep.
Oh,
Because the
what?
Mandalorian says, I only know how old he is. That's it. That's all he knows. I only know the age of the subject. That's it.
Oh God! And Dale even said in here, only their age.
Don't fear. You have
the
bonus
last known
points.
location.
Bonus points.
Oh,
for that.
that's true.
Excellent.
We are
Excellent.
still perfect. So now hold
still
on. So,
Well, we got half credit for a 3-point question, 1.5. We had more than 1.5 points, so we're still doing okay. We're still
Very
over
well, very well.
points, but
okay.
but still okay. But that's it. But again, Templar, that's a great question. That's a great
I know.
because you say the last 4 digits. You'd naturally think each digit represents something.
Mm-hmm.
We could only come up with 2 things that we thought he said.
Well,
So
so
it
now
must
Dale
be-
says XYZ, but what about latitude and longitude? You could do it with 2 coordinates on a globe.
Could be different in Star Wars, but I think the whole point
No,
is we
there's
get the
still not
4
a
digits of the
spherical
chain
planet.
code for age because some species live a really long time, and then I think he gets the tracking fob
But yeah, he would
to
they
tell
would
him
need
where
to
the
know
last known location or where the location is. So okay,
Right.
that.
so
33 BOI.
okay, all right, we'll take that.
Well
That's a
done,
good, that's
Dale.
A good question. That's a good question. Well done, Dale. Yeah, we
Oh,
got
it was a
Yeah,
very good
absolutely.
question. And Dale was all over it. Dale was all
Mhm.
over it. Yeah. And I guess, yeah, if we don't know the specific planet, and you would need an origin of the universe, and then you could get an XYZ
Origin of the
position.
universe.
But you would need an origin, right? You'd need to know where is 000 at. That's really
Look what
a
I
really
had
good
come in
question.
today, Star Wars fans and Templar for my pop fans right here.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness!
Boom.
That's
I was
the,
just
that- that's
talking about. Oh,
The holographic glow in the dark Entertainment Earth. And by the way, this is also a limited
June.
edition exclusive. It's not just an exclusive, it is a limited
June.
edition. I just got this today.
my
Just got this
table.
today.
No, I'm not even shitting you.
P.O.
Screeched up
Box
13
552,
inches
Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
because
Over
I am now erect because that is
You are
gorgeous.
okay.
Look at that.
We're a close knit bunch here at the.
All right. So that was 10. We got a half point. We are still perfect because we did have
Interesting.
multiple bonus points. So we are still alive to get
Mhm.
Templar to do a humiliation. I'm still feeling good. All right.
Okay, so we still
feel
got
really
a shot.
good.
Questions are getting tougher though. So just a quick reminder: affiliate links are down in the description. Whether you're a collector, there's an Entertainment Earth link in the description down there. Great way to support the channel, no additional cost to you. Also, if you're a content creator, everything that we use, StreamYard, music, all that stuff is also down below. Links in the description if you are interested. And before we go forward, Templar's just showing a tattoo of what?
The rule of 2. The rule of 2.
It's the
Is that what
Rosetta
that is?
Stone.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Rosetta Stone. The rule of 2, the Sith rule of 2. I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually remember is the Vader one. Is that on your left arm? What arm
It
is
is.
that one? Show
Here.
that one.
Here.
Oh,
Like, that thing is
there it
deep.
is.
That is serious ink right there.
That one.
That was
yeah,
the
that one.
that was the Ahsoka scene too, so it's even better.
Look at that. That is
Oh
some awesome stuff
yeah,
right there.
yeah. And then that scene of Vader with the broken helmet.
Mm.
I think like Gentle Giant is making that into a mini bust. Like the
really?
ones we have, like the ones
Oh,
I have
nice.
here. Like I just got
Another panty
so
dropper.
That would
I
be
have the
sick.
Darth Maul, I had the Thrawn, and then I just got the Clone Wars Anakin, and then I think that they're making one of that Vader with the broken mask, which is going to be just awesome. That one's going to be fire.
Yeah, I don't have any ink, but I do have some pretty sweet scars. So I have a few right here because I was being very animated with my arms in Arizona, and I hit a cactus. This is no joke, and I have 3 scars down my forearm. So I'm just saying we're both pretty cool. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, that's an interesting conclusion.
I mean, I think it follows pretty logically, Justin.
We all know, of course, about the tramp stamp that you have, Tyler, from Vegas.
Okay, I've been slowly getting that removed. All right,
slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And before we get into our final round, our round 3, we've got to thank our new round 3 sponsor, of course, Grogu's No Cook Cookbook.
Enjoy raw, organic, locally sourced foods you can make in a flash with absolutely no stove or oven cooking required. This book contains over 100 vibrant, kitchen-tested, and Grogu-approved recipes, such as unfertilized frog eggs aged to perfection in an incubation container and served in chilled bone broth. Oh my goodness, Justin. My stomach is rumbling. And don't forget to use promo code BookBarBros to get 66% off your next purchase of Grogu's Goodies. And Justin, I actually recently enjoyed a meal from Grogu's Goodies, and I must say it was delicious. I did shit a decorated Christmas tree afterwards, but other than that, it was absolutely fantastic. So make sure to pick up your cookbook today. No cooking required, so it's the perfect cookbook.
We thought you choked to death last week.
Yeah, now that's true. Now on last week's show, Tyler, you actually did try one of the recipes from Grogu's No Cook Cookbook, which was in fact a live frog. And we actually thought after trying to eat that frog, you had croaked, but apparently you were okay, and we're very excited about that. What happened?
This is a little weird to talk about, but let me explain to you what happened. So I put the frog. Obviously, I was trying to swallow it whole, as one does. This is how it's described in Grogu's cookbook. And yes, it got lodged into my throat, given its enormous size. And I started to choke and I started to panic. And then obviously you guys went about creating a tombstone for me, did an entire eulogy, which was horrible, by the way. So thank you both for that. And now while that was going on, I was crawling to try to get help, just struggling for air. But then I realized, that, a frog has 2 holes in its front and its back. And that if I just was breathing hard enough, it really just became like a little straw. So I was, and I was breathing through the frog until I could get help. And I was, I crawled to Carrie, and I was like whispering, like, you know what I mean? Like through the frog. In this case, the frog's anus, right? Because, its mouth I swallowed first. And so I was whispering to Carrie through the anus in a series of cryptic whistles. But we Carrie and I have known each other for so long. We're the same wavelength. Yeah. She knew to get help right away. She grabbed a frog expert. He came in and he's like, I can't do anything about this. And she's like, you should go to a doctor. That, let me tell you, was a whole big ordeal. What a mix up. Finally went to the doctor. They removed the frog, and I'm just fine. So thanks for bringing that up, guys. I'm glad you. Oh, yeah. It was weird that none of you called while I was in the hospital or anything, but I assume you guys were busy. So
my confusion is that you stated that you didn't really have problems with large things in your throat, and the gag reflex didn't exist. Like you were no problem taking large things down your throat.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking of the penises. So no, this is nothing like it. So frogs, they've got legs that stick out. They're much more awkward, right? It's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you could be strong and you can lift some pretty big weights, but then try lifting a couch by yourself, right? It could weigh less, but it's just awkward. You can't get a handle on it. It's the same thing with me swallowing frogs. That's essentially a perfect analogy.
That's quite
a lot of movement there too. I'm sure it was struggling to get through.
It probably was, which might help, but yeah, we're glad you're okay, and we're super glad you survived.
Frog survived as well. We're still friends. We're going out to a Chili's next week.
Chili's! I didn't know that those were still around. All right, well that's it. Let's move into round 3. Let's see if we can keep it perfect, Tyler. Templar, whenever you're ready. Question 11. Let's go.
Question 11. This Star Wars creature was cooking on a barbecue spit as Mando left his meeting with the client? Name the creature. Bonus point, name the correct condiment.
Name the correct condiment?
Correct.
Well, it is the same species as Salacious B. Crumb, which, of course, Tyler,
There's
is
a
a
Kowakian monkey lizard.
monkey lizard. Yes. And now it says,
What
bonus points,
condiment?
name the correct condiment? Look at the Saurus creature was cooking on a barbecue spit. Is Mando left his name the creature and name the correct condiment? Is this like a joke to like name the condiment that you would use?
That's correct.
Okay.
Wait, so we get a bonus point for getting that correct? Okay.
If
so
you can
what-
guess
what-
my favorite condiment, I'll give you a point.
Well, no. This is pretty obvious. What goes
rotate-
well with Kowakian monkey lizard? Just think about it
Yeah.
logically.
It took me some time to figure it
Thousand
out.
Island Ranch, right? Or
Thousand
no,
Island Ranch is the absolutely
I'm a mustard guy.
it's got to be barbecue sauce. I mean, we're in a barbecue
You
spit. We're spinning meat, right?
That's a good point. Yep. It is. God, I have to imagine Kowakian monkey lizard is stringy.
Let's check the comments here.
Let's see. Okay, here we
Yeah,
go. Kowakian loth ketchup. And what else do we have there, Just?
Spicy. We got spicy mustard from Whataburger. Y'all Northerners don't know.
All
You know
good
about
answers, but all
Whataburger.
wrong.
Come on. Y'all Northerners. I think people down south call us Yankees.
Do they call us that?
Yeah, I
And,
remember one time we were at a restaurant in like Alabama or something, and the lady said, "Where are y'all from?" Remember this story? And I was like,
I
"We're
do.
from Michigan," and she's like, "We was all wondering because y'all's accent," and I went, "My accent?" I was like, "I don't have an accent." She's like, "Yes, y'all do." I was like, I said, "I'm from Michigan." She's like, "Y'all's Yankees." I'm like, "We're not from New York. That's where the Yankees are in New York." We're not.
They're like,
I
screw
guess
the
you know what
Yankees.
we
I don't like the
Yeah,
Yankees.
we
I'm a
hate the
Tigers fan.
Yankees. But I'm like, it's funny though, because when I argue about people about this, about like having accents, I'm not saying we don't have slight draws or things
We
like people
absolutely
do.
have a slight accent.
But if you like listen to a dictionary and they say like, how do you say something like from? Do they go when you click? How do you listen to it? Does it say from?
Right.
Is that
I
how
always
you
use
say
the
it?
example car, right? It's car, not car. Right. You know,
Car.
that kind of thing. Right. And it's
Car.
like, yeah, that's it. That's
Don't be
more
a
of an
car.
accent. So it doesn't mean that we don't have accents. Of course we do. And certain ways in which we pronounce words, for instance, and where we're from the Northwest, we say pop. A lot of other people will say
People say
soda,
soda.
or cola
That's different than
or
an accent.
Coke.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm just saying, there are regional things and stuff like that that change, that both the accents and parts of the dialect that way. But I would agree that if we're saying a word is pronounced a certain way, there must be certain areas that pronounce it more closely to that than others. And so what we're saying is that lady's accent is ridiculous.
Absolutely
She is
stupid.
horribly wrong, and I
Potato, potato.
so
Potato,
that's all I'm
potato.
saying.
So the answer is, final answer is a Kowakian monkey lizard is the actual answer of this. And I don't know, Tyler, are we going barbecue sauce? I don't know what Templar likes on
It's
his
the
meats.
logical answer, but he did just mention, maybe it was a slip up. He did say he was a mustard guy. Maybe
Spicy
he put-
mustard? Well,
maybe
Pops
spicy
said,
mustard.
Pops has said spicy mustard. What a burger.
So I don't know,
That's why
but
Pop says we might get along so well.
All right, let's go with spicy mustard.
spicy mustard.
mustard. Final answer.
Kowakian musky lizard is correct.
Musky lizard.
That is correct. That is
okay.
correct.
One, we got our points
Incorrect on the condiments, not correct.
there.
It is
Okay.
Frank Oz's Red Hot.
Frank
Red
Oz is red hot. Oh, the guy from the Wizard of Oz. Damn it.
That's right. I like red hot on all kinds of stuff. Like I'll put it on chicken and chicken wings. I'll put it on pizza sometimes. Like
I put it on pizza rolls. You ever put it on pizza rolls?
No, I've never put it on pizza rolls. Templar, you put it on
Frank's.
pizza rolls?
Frank's is the best. Everything.
Yeah, Frank's red hot is the
Steak.
best. You put it on steak?
Oh, I've never put it on steak.
Why not?
I've never tried it on steak, but now I want to.
That's
Now I want
great.
I
That
bet
is
that would-
insane. You know what? That
Yeah.
now you've
Love it.
taken it too far, Templar. You don't put red hot on steak.
Do you
gotta
guys
taste
cook?
the steak.
Do you cook at all? Do you cook?
Yeah,
I heat up meals in the microwave.
I cook
That's
more
what
than
you
Tyler does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
he cooks way more than I do.
Deidre and I cook a lot. We cook a lot. So we have
Like-
a lot of really good recipes.
But
Meats,
apparently,
steaks, a lot of stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'll cook
all
all
organic,
kinds of
locally. We
ways.
buy everything local farms. Everything's local farms. Meat, eggs, cheese, everything local
oh,
farms.
jeez,
Nice.
look at that. Yeah, Justin does me. He makes a killer steak. I make a pretty mean bowl of cereal. The proportion of milk to cereal is perfect. I actually use a pipette to measure out the milk to get a perfect sandwich. So,
Tyler, I'm afraid you've lost my interest.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I just
Question
wanted to
12.
get that line out. Jack Donaghy.
Question
We're ready. Let's go.
Episode 3. Which job doesn't the Mandalorian take from Grief Karga after leaving the child in the hands of the client?
Okay. Know this
Yep.
one too.
Yep.
It's a nobleman's son, right? Who skipped bail, and he went to
He
Dune
goes-
Sea of Karnak.
Dune Sea of Karnak. Yes, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, Nobleman's son skips bail. Dune Sea of Karnak. I remember Johnny Carson. I was thinking like Karnak, the Dune Sea water. Like you are absolutely right. Yes.
Ray, no one has ever said something so mean and hurtful to me in my entire life. Of course, I do not put milk before the cereal, and I am offended, sir. I bite my thumb at you. That is absurd. No one should do that. You put the cereal first. So are we locking that in?
I think we are.
Yeah, I'd say that's final answer. We're all over.
It's a nobleman's son, right?
He was a
And Greek Karnak says, "I guess you're headed to the Dune Sea of Karnak," right? That's what it says. Final answer. Locking it in.
Correct.
Boom.
Baby. Oh, we were all over that.
We're still
like
rolling.
nobody's
We're
business.
still rolling. We're still perfect.
Okay.
Come on. Let's
Wow,
keep it
what
going.
we
Jeff. Our
got
question
to start
13.
thinking. We got to start thinking what we're gonna have Templar do for humiliation.
We're in the hunt.
So, all right.
I'm thinking about that too. Like, what can you come up with?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't
We'll figure
know.
something out. Sure.
Let's go.
Justin
Here we
shoved
go.
a pepper up his butt, so we get creative.
A ghost
come on.
pepper.
I've done that also.
Okay,
For
well,
no reason.
maybe it'll be a little harder for Templar. We'll have a jar of ghost peppers he has to shove up his butt. But
It's funny.
He's-
You take a
he's
ghost
been there
pepper
too.
and you're like, I'm going to do this for the channel. And then like you gain 1 subscriber and you're like, it wasn't worth it.
right. Yeah. And then they desubscribe when they find out you don't shove ghost peppers up your butt every week.
I know.
Like, what did I even subscribe for? Like, what is this shit?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
All right, I am entertained, and I accidentally put a hard question in an easy spot, so now I have an easy question and a hard spot. Are
Good,
you ready?
because that one in the early on we thought was way too hard. Okay,
The
let's go.
next two this is a softball. The next two are not.
We
I
love
will
softballs.
tell you that.
We love softballs.
All right. Here we go. Easy one. Who directed episode 4, Sanctuary?
that's
That
Bryce
was
Dallas
Bryce Dallas Howard, right?
With Bryce Dallas Howard. So let me just hold on before you do anything here. Let me just go ahead and whoop. Boom! Who directed Sanctuary? Bryce Dallas Howard. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Better
And who-
put an
and who is our
outfielder up in outer
second-
space
Oh,
when I
yeah.
get a hold of this baby.
Who's our second favorite Star Wars director currently? Also for bonus points.
Who is that? Well, mine's Taika Waititi. If that's what we're talking
Bryce. She's got it going on. Howard. She's got it going on.
So she's
She's
first
my-
and second.
She's my second. Filoni's first. She's second, and then with TD, because he's only done one episode, right? He's only done
Yeah.
one episode.
But he also was the voice of IG-11. So
True.
He did voice IG-11,
Mhm.
and which is fantastic. So
yeah. All right, we are cruising, man.
Is that the final answer?
that's our final answer.
Of course, it is. We're all over it. John Fowler
No.
wrote the episode.
All right. These questions next two are designed to make you lose.
Ha!
I didn't pour this one very well. Look at that.
Nice head.
Look at the head
Oh my
on
God.
that baby.
Great head.
Wow.
Great head.
That's how I like it, as we know. I mean, as
Drink
we've
beer much?
established on this stream,
Oh,
this is what I like.
you. Okay.
This is a tough one, my friends. We'll see.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah,
Are you
maybe-
ready?
Maybe for normies.
Question
You
number
call other
14.
people.
How many times does Mithriel's tracking fob beep at the beginning of episode 1?
What? Oh my
I told you.
dude. Oh,
I was
That's
so
not even
hoping
a
we were going to get a
trivia
Mythrol question like, when was the last time that he evacuated? It was, he hadn't evacuated since the solstice. I was really
That was
hoping
my
for questions like that.
That was my backup question.
Damn it.
how many times does the Mithril's tracking fob beep at the beginning of episode 1?
I knew this would be hard, so I'm gonna go pee. You guys work it out. I'll be right back.
Okay, bring your camera. We got to make sure you're
live
not
stream,
cheating.
Live stream it. Oh, Templar,
Yeah,
give
Templar.
people the full experience.
Sometimes, you know.
Okay. So now I have to think, Tyler, that this is not going to be some ridiculous number like 17. You know what I mean? Like, I just. It says now.
Because, like, 17
the Mithril's
is an
tracking
absurd.
fob.
You can be 16, you can be 18, but 17? 17's a ridiculous.
A tracking fob. When do we even see it? So we don't even see it. We see the scene, the bar scene, and then I'm gonna say I think it's 0.
Ooh, you think Templar is trying to fool us with a trick question?
I think he might be, because he goes into the cantina, whatever place we are on the ice planet. I'm not saying any names just in case he asks the question. So he walks in. We don't see his fob. We don't know anything about him. It's not until he kills the guy and beats everybody up that he walks down. He sets down the puck. Okay. And then he's like, is that me? Right. And then he says the line, which we did earlier. And then it cuts to them walking away. And so then the only other time we would see his tracking fob beep is when he presents Grief Karga with like the 3 or 4 tracking fobs he has from everybody that they're offloading. And I'm not even sure that the tracking fobs at that point are beeping. And I don't know how Templar could tell them apart. Do you know what I mean? Like, Templar wouldn't know when he has all the tracking fobs together which one's beeping and which one's not. So I'm going to say we don't see it beep. I'm going to say 0. I'm going to say we don't see it beep.
I don't know, man. I mean, we can go with it because I don't know, but that just doesn't feel right. And Dale thinks it's 8 teams.
Well, but he's changed his teams. He changed it. He said times. But he also said
those
3
are 2.
before
See,
that.
he's given 2 different answers.
But
And
when
then we've got-
when do you see the Mithril's tracking fob? I don't think
doesn't Mando hold it outside of the bar? Outside of the little cantina?
You mean? Oh, you're saying like at the very, very beginning, like
very beginning.
He's walking up.
Reread through the question one time.
He's walking up, and so you're
At the
saying
beginning of episode 1, and I feel like we see Mando hold the fob at the very.
So
beginning.
you're saying he holds it out and he looks at it,
yeah,
and it probably goes beep, beep, beep. That seems the most logical for it to beep 3 times. That's the whole everything. As I was watching the show and I was taking notes, I was like, you know, like he disintegrates 3 Jawas before the Jawas run. Like, it always seemed like things happened in 3s. And so, like, yeah, I think 8 is way too many times, unless it was beeping like super duper fast.
No, but I don't think they beep very fast. And yeah, so Augie is with me. I'm going to say I think we see Mando, we see the fob beep.
So he holds out. So, okay, so we're talking the very beginning,
Very
before he walks in the bar. Before he walks. So I'm right, though. We don't see it beep after that. So we see it beep at the very beginning of the episode. Before we walk in the bar, he holds it out. He looks at it. It beeps. Now I want to say 3 times. And then he puts it away and goes inside.
I mean, I would agree with you now. For a 3 beeps seems like a pretty standard number of beeps if you want to get across
in a
something
television
that beeps.
show to get it'd be weird if he held it out and it beeped once and he put it away.
Right.
And it'd be weird even if it went beep beep and he put it away. 4's too much. 3 seems like the right number.
I'm going to say 4 is too many. I could see it being 2 or 3, but I would agree that 3 beeps is a safer number of beeps. If I'm a director, I'm putting 3 beeps in there.
I agree.
Oh, so now
Okay.
Augie though.
Check with the chat.
Hold on,
Check
hold
with
on,
the
hold
chat.
on, because Augie, he didn't count, but he says it's more than 3.
Jeez.
Lean on the chat. Lean on the chat.
Is he
We're
trying to tell us to pick Dale's answer of 8?
I'm not saying anything.
Is it really 8 times?
Well, but you are.
Beep, 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 beep. I mean, are they that fast? For some reason, I remember it being slower, but maybe it does beep really quickly.
I mean, there's no reason for us to know this, and I have to think anyone, if anyone has,
This was
Augie-
the first question I wrote because it's the very first scene of
I
episode
didn't
1.
count it, but it's
Augie
more
says
than
it
3.
keeps speaking as he walks towards the bar. Maybe Dale was feeding us gold here.
Thank you, Dale, for your participation in the chat.
Interessante. Very interesting.
Okay. Oh, Templar and Dale. Okay. Tyler, I'm ready to go with 8 as our final answer.
I'm going to go 8. Final answer. Let's lock it in.
Locked in.
Final answer 8 is completely incorrect.
Dude! Dale, you blew it! Oh my God,
Thank you, Dale.
idiot.
Thank you, Dale. Please present your address in the comments, and I will send you that
please do.
$1,500 I promised you.
I will also send you something. A big box
Okay.
of my shit. Damn it, Dale. Oh my God.
Would you like to know the correct answer?
Is it
Yes.
3?
It is 16 times. It starts at the
Oh.
very end of the animation. It beeps 16 times until he's gone. And then then the scene cuts to the Mithril in the bar.
Oh my God.
So wait,
First
okay,
of
so
all,
now-
that is an insane question.
That's an insane
Second of all,
question. So now hold on.
oh my God.
Dale says he just watched it. He says you can hear it beep 8 times, and he put it in his pocket after 4 or 5. So he's disputing this.
Isn't it funny that I said like randomly 17 out of the gates? I was like, there's no way
Yeah.
it's some crazy number like 17.
It is 16. Deidre and I both watched it twice, 3 times, and we both counted 16 randomly each time.
Oh, now, okay. Now,
Oh,
let me defend Templar here. Now, normally I would say that this is for a television show that, again, we're talking about having only watched a few times. This is an insane question, but I also love it. And the reason I love it is because it's at the very, very, very beginning of the entire series.
very beginning. Well,
It's one of those
Justin and
things
I
where
have
when it
talked about
first
this before.
starts, when it first turns on, and you're like, okay, we're studying. One of the first things we should be doing is going, ooh, it beeped. How many times did it beep? Like, that's something we could.
Right.
Now,
Absolutely.
randomly in the middle of episode 3, I'd say,
That's
oh
absurd.
boy,
Yeah, you
this
can't
is
do that.
absurd, right?
Yeah,
But
well, we've talked
for
about
the
this
very
with the movies.
first thing,
The
Yeah.
very beginning and very end of a movie, essentially anything like that is fair game because again, it's
Yeah.
the very say the very beginning of A New Hope. It's like really any question there is fair game because it's
Right.
the
What's
very
the first line?
movie
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
entire thing that blew up after. So it's like anything is just fair game. But as you get deeper and deeper, you have to be a little more fair.
well,
so okay,
I will
hold
say
on,
I
what-
like the question. We got it wrong. I will say he says 8 times. I'm gonna just for the sake of what happened last week, I'm gonna throw a temporary flag and say I would
Okay, we're
love
throwing a
Frederick to
flag?
double
Please.
check this.
Me too. Love that.
Double
Love
check
it.
this question.
You know
we
what?
lost the Rancor question last week, but it resulted in a Rancor tail being in Templar's face for the first 5 minutes of the stream, which was
The completely real Frederick.
yeah. Frederick is he's very real, folks. He's very real.
Why wouldn't he be? I
So-
think we've established that. So I'll tell you what we need, Justin. I just realized we need a flag like playover, right? So like a little clip that we play when we want to throw a flag, like
You're
whistle
absolutely
blow.
right.
Yeah. So okay. So we'll get our producers on that.
We need a video. Yeah.
How many
We'll
points
get a
is that
flag
worth?
play.
That was worth 6 points in the
That's
final
a
six
round.
points.
pointer,
And you
so-
have the 2 bonus points already.
Yeah, I think we established it was 4, but then we used 1.5. So
Right,
we're
'cause
still
of
at
Ray.
2.5
Right.
bonus points.
Ray says, I was right. I wrote deep 6 times, and then I added 1 decimal. I gave the answer backwards. 1 equals decimal 6 beeps. See,
Yeah.
that's why we should have leaned on Ray.
And we
Absolutely.
even said that at the start of the stream.
Thank you,
too.
Ray.
And we don't even follow our own advice.
Dale's now confirming it. He says, "Yep."
He's confirming.
Times.
Wow.
He's saying, "Yep,
wow,
16
wow.
times."
Oh, what a great question, Templar. That was what an amazing question.
Great question.
That was the first question I wrote because it was. I was like, I'm going to write a question from the very beginning of the episode.
Son of a bitch.
I'm going to say because I was just going to write down a thing and say, okay, well, Frederick can look into it, but like. You said you and your wife already double-checked it, confirmed it separately. Dale's saying, yep, he just checked it.
Dale's confirming in the chat, too. So, all right.
Wow.
Well, let's move on. I don't know how many bonus points we've got.
Ray as well.
We're
2.3. 2.7.
Okay. So, all right. Let's give our last question and then have a last call drink off before we get to the final question.
Good luck. Din Djarin. Din Djarin and the child return to the Razor Crest to find Jawa stripping it for parts. What are the first coordinates that appear in the Mando's viewfinder? Give me another set for a bonus point. You guys could get 66 points here.
This is so. Let me give you
absurd question.
Another absurd question, but now here's the thing.
But this one is less fair.
At one point. Again, had we been watching the show like episode 1 for 20 years, I would say, yeah, this is a good question. But at one point, I looked at the viewfinder and thought, maybe I should write these numbers down because they stay static in each shot. They don't change. And I'm just going to throw a number out that I think is close to a number I saw. And I don't know which one it is. But
there's 3 total sets, 3 sets of numbers.
I think one of the numbers was like 5225 or something like that. And that's the only set of numbers that I can remember seeing.
What do they call a number or a word that has the same letter, and it's reversed?
It's a palindrome is what it's called.
Palindrome.
All of these numbers are palindromes.
Yeah, 5225, then I feel good about that one.
Okay, let's go with that. Well,
that's the only one I have, and then we can just guess more numbers, I guess, if we have to. But
you have the chat. You have the chat. Please consult the chat.
Ray.
All right. Well,
thank you, Ray.
Ray, that's not a palindrome.
Well, if we look at it close enough. And then this is the bonus. So
Ray is totally wrong.
What?
Oh man.
Ray, I don't believe. All right.
That's not. No, you're wrong, Templar. Ray can't be wrong.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'll lock in 5225, and
I think I'm right with one of them. I think one of them is 5225. Templar. That's all we got.
All right.
I'm very disappointed that you guys didn't see this. This was like, I'm thinking watching that scene, I'm like, they are going to see this for sure.
No, didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, Ray is completely right, and you guys are completely wrong.
Shit. I knew it. I was thinking it the whole time. I'm like, this is actually right, and Justin doesn't want to do it, so I'm just going to go along.
He was really close, to be fair, really close. So the correct numbers are 53035.
Okay.
First set.
53035. Okay.
64146.
64146.
75257.
Oh.
And they show all of them 3 times. So you see that all 3 sets 3 separate times.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, Ray also had numbers down.
He did also have numbers. I think at one point I saw that, and I thought the first time I didn't think anything of it because I thought the numbers changed as they were zooming in and out. And I think the last time I noticed that they didn't. The last time I noticed that they were like stagnant. And I went, oh, maybe I should write those down. And I just didn't. I thought, no, that's crazy. Those are way too hard. But Templar, he's legit hammering us.
Yeah, that cost us our perfect round. It's over.
That's okay. Well, I think we were short anyways. But again, good questions. This is supposed to be the hardest question of the round. So
it was certainly
one of the first times we've totally struck out with really no.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was 5
chance.
something. I knew one of them was 5 something. I thought it was like 225, but anywho, all right. So still, we got the first 13 correct.
We did. I thought it was a very solid round. We really kept it going for long. And you know what? The chat was really great today. They kept us guessing. They kept us on our toes, but they also had some good ones in there, some terrible ones, misled us. It was just a great interaction with the chat this week. So thank you guys for your help, even misleading us. Dale, I'm not actually going to send you a box of my shit unless you want it. Some people pay top dollar for that.
PO Box 552, Dover, Foxcroft, Maine.
Right, just let me know. But no, thanks, guys. And so with that, should we do another chug? Right? Should we get
Let's
this
do
thing
last
going?
I have to get another beer.
Well, quickly
Man,
grab
Templar's
a beer.
he's
Templar?
pumping. He's pumping them back.
Come
All right, go
on,
ahead.
man. You got to be
Do it.
quick. You got to be so
Do
quick.
it.
You got to be
Do
quick.
it.
Quick.
Do it.
Quick. And while he's doing that, Justin, we might as well remind ourselves what pod racing actually is.
20 awesome life hacks. Put frozen grapes in wine to keep it cold. Bloop, blop, blippity, bloppity, bloop, kaboo. Now this is pod racing. Keep your hands clean by eating chips with chopsticks. Whoops. Now this is pod racing. Put your feet up higher for easier bowel movements. Now this is pod racing.
And there we have it, folks. Let's get those glasses up because it is time to drink. All right, lift those glasses in the air. Drink with us. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks to Jeremy from Templar Pops for writing these questions. Thanks to my brother Justin for being the douchebag that he is. I love him so much. And look how dumb he looks over there. Let's all lift up our glasses and drink. Cheers to all of you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, baby. All right, let's do this. Let's finish this thing out right.
All right. So, Templar, fire away, bud. Last question. What do we got? We can't hear you.
We're right back where we started.
There he is.
It's come full circle.
Consistency, right?
All right.
Now I'm completely. I'm a little drunk. I must say. I will tell you that.
And that's how we like it to be here on this stream of the
Tyler,
BookBarBros.
I think, again, is like hitting the exact same button at the exact same time as me.
Thank you, Ray.
I tried to
Great
say
minds think
Templar is
alike.
actually drunk. I think he is. I think
I
he
am.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think. Oh, and I was gonna say, and I think Dale actually does want a box of my shit.
Oh yeah. Send it
He's
to him.
slowly, he's giving me his address. I'm telling you, man. All right. Well, we'll see.
That's when you know you've made it. Is when people want boxes of your shit.
Right. I'm honored. I am honored.
Are you ready for the bonus question?
Let's do it. Come on.
All right. So this is a little tricky, but should be fun. I think the chat might need to intervene, but it's going to be a little fun.
Good.
Here we go.
Yeah, feel free to use Google.
Name all the characters shown during the animated introduction to the show. 9 total points available. Get 6 or more in the correct order. And I forgot what the question says because I'm drunk.
I am going to be honest. I skip it every time, unfortunately, and so I'm not going to
Skip
get much
intro
help.
button.
I know Darth Vader appears.
Okay. There's 1 point.
I have to imagine Salacious B. Crumb is there. He's integral to the Star Wars franchise.
He's cooked on a spit, remember, from the beginning.
Well, one of his relatives and or friends, maybe, but not necessarily him. He's too crafty for something like that.
You do know what salacious means, right? It's not good.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
I thought it was an old,
I don't
old wooden ship used during the Civil War.
So Darth Vader, you guys should be able to guess your way through this pretty easy. Darth Vader.
Is Mando in there?
Mando, 2 points.
Okay.
I don't understand what we're even talking about.
It's the intro thing where you see the shadows of all the faces.
There's like a red
quick,
and
like
blue
the Star
3D
Wars
quick
thing.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why I said you see Darth
Okay.
Vader, you see Mando.
Okay. You see R2D2.
Okay,
there's
R2D2.
3. There's 3 points.
Oh yeah, because literally I was like, I don't know what we're talking about. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Okay.
The animated intro.
Talking about Templar being drunk. Justin doesn't even know where he is right now.
So you can skip the recap, and you can skip the intro. But the intro is kind of cool, so I don't skip the intro.
Vader, Mando. Say, I think you see 3PO also.
4?
In
4?
addition to
Okay.
R2D2.
4?
Oh, you give me that?
Easy
Okay. I was
guess.
gonna
5.
say-
Yep.
Yeah. There's another droid, an iconic droid, that's in more than one episode, like in 3 episodes, 3 movies rather, 3 films. that none of us like really that much. Little tiny orange guy that rhymes with.
Talking about BB-8.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Wait.
BB-8 is on there.
Plus cat. Here's a.
I don't know. He
Is
gives
Ky-
thumbs
is
up with
Kylo
little
Ren on there?
torches, which is pretty cool.
Kylo Ren is in there. Yep.
Oh,
What's in the
okay,
thing?
very good. Yep.
Oh yeah, Augie's got C-3PO.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Jer-
yeah, we
Jer-
got people in the chat.
Jeremy's got
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah, okay.
Who are we missing?
And he had BB-8. Okay.
There's a couple that are questionable, so I'll assist with that one. I believe after Kylo Ren, I believe it's Fennec Shand. All right, based on
is showing
based on there's a masked character, and I don't recognize it, so I would assume it's Fennec Shand from like
We
the
gotta
animated
find this
series.
on YouTube.
Yes, please. Yep.
We gotta find this, and we gotta.
And then after Fennec, there's an unknown character, someone I could not identify at all. And then it switches to a stormtrooper.
Oh, okay. Well, Ray's got them all. So it's Mando, R2D2, Darth Vader, C-Poop,
Dr.
Igor,
Dre.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar.
That's it. Correct.
Gosh. See, I knew Kendrick Lamar was in there.
You
Kendrick Lamar was in there.
You knew Kendrick.
Ray,
I
we've
did
missed
not
you.
remember Mary J. Blige and Eminem. I gotta tell
Okay.
you, I blinked.
Okay, I'm gonna share the screen. I found it
Okay.
on YouTube. I found like
Alright,
the 25 second clip on YouTube. So
Let's
we're gonna
do it.
share-
Let's do it. This is a great question.
Phasma. That's
Okay,
a good
We're
one.
gonna share. We're gonna.
That's
share
a
the
question.
screen
That's a
here.
good question.
Chrome tab. We're gonna go. Is it? Which one is it? It's right there. We go. Let me share the screen.
Cheers.
Now, remember when I'm doing this, I can't see. Everything looks different to me. So here, if I blow it up, is it full screen now for you guys?
Yeah.
And then I think I shared the audio, I think, but let's see here. So here we go. Okay, so this is what you're talking about, right?
Yep. So don't skip
And
anything.
Okay,
There
and
we
we
go.
see Vader, BB-8, C-3PO, Kylo Ren, R2D2. No,
Right
that
there.
was Luke in an
Right
X-Wing
there.
mask, I think. Mando,
Luke in an X-Wing mask.
and his X-Wing helmet, I think. I don't think that was Fennec Shand.
You sure?
Hold on.
Frederick
Hold
was
on, we're
going
gonna
to
do it
be
again. Ready?
doing some serious work this week.
I might pause.
That's what I did. Paused and
Okay. Wait, so we saw Vader, BB-8. Okay,
Yep.
that's C-3PO. I think we're gonna get
3PO's next.
Yeah. Kylo Ren.
Now this is the weird one.
R2D2.
R2.
Damn it! Did I miss it?
I think that's Fennec.
It's a no. It's a
No,
rebel
that's-
pilot.
Yeah, that's like a And now I have to imagine that's supposed to be Luke Skywalker.
Well,
Now,
so
it might
I
not be.
just looked it up. So I looked up Star Wars intro characters.
Yeah.
They have the first thing that pops up is Darth Vader, BB-8, C-3PO, Kylo Ren, R2D2, Rebel Pilot,
Okay.
Stormtrooper,
Okay.
and then
what
the
it looked like.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
you see,
I feel like
you
there's
see,
two
like,
characters.
you see like a stormtrooper type here, and then Yes, I see. I agree. I feel like there was one missed. Did you see that?
I
Doesn't
feel
it
like
feel like
it's
there was one
Fennec.
missed?
I feel like it's Fennec Shand. Why wouldn't it make sense?
No, it's
She's in the
before-
show.
It's before that. Hold on. Here we go.
Right
The
there.
pilot,
That's-
and then what's the? No, that's not Fennec Shand. It's like
Yeah.
a scout trooper. That looks like a scout trooper to me. And then stormtrooper. Like I feel like there's one missing.
Isn't that interesting though that they would have several iconic, very recognizable characters in two? Like what
Yeah.
the hell is that?
That looked like a scout trooper or like a biker scout from Return of the Jedi. Like
Maybe.
it kind of did.
Yeah.
Weird choice, but
I'm gonna say it
Sorry,
does
Star
seem
Wars
like kind of a
explaining. You don't get
strange.
any-
yeah.
It does seem like kind of a strange choice. Well, there it is. I mean, we definitely
Frederick.
we were unfortunately not perfect with all of that. Oh, where'd Templar go?
Where did Templar go? He left.
We lost him.
He left. He
All
left.
right,
He was
he
done.
was like, "You guys suck. I'm out of here." Oh, there,
Oh,
he is. There he is. He just abruptly left.
Here's
Can't
the
hear you
cable.
again. Oh, there he is. I was gonna
It's
say
the
we're like
beer,
Templar
not
left.
the
He's
cable.
done. He's done with
Right.
this.
So Jeremy's saying Biker Scouts were at the end of the first season on Mando, so maybe that's why we
sure.
would
Yeah,
see
and kind of like the
them.
Return of the Jedi and whatever. And like, yeah, so I wonder if
Okay.
that's why it looked like it went from the Rebel pilot to the Biker Scout to the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, might be a
Isn't that
TIE
what it looks
fighter
like?
pilot.
Tricky, huh?
A TIE fighter, that one of them did kind of look like a TIE fighter pilot.
I'm going to say it did kind of look like
Yeah.
a TIE fighter because that's the thing. The mask didn't look like a normal like stormtrooper mask. You know what? It probably was. It almost looked like the one with like the tubes coming down. But when you just see that quick silvery image, TIE fighter pilot might be right. Oh, that was a great question, Templar, and a wonderful round. You know what? You not only were there good questions, difficult questions, you threw some puns in there, for goodness sake. I mean, you really
throw some
measure.
puns in there.
That's right.
It's just a wonderful job, Templar. So thank you, buddy, for writing those questions for us. Unfortunately, we don't get to see you shove a jar of peppers up your butt or any other thing we had planned. We were close.
Today.
So close. And the chat was wonderful. I mean, they really, they misled us sometimes. And, Dale, you're going to be hearing from me or smelling me about that.
Get a box on your
Don't
front
forget
door.
to send me your PayPal, Dale.
Right. Yeah, but my goodness, what a fun round. So thanks, everybody, for a tremendous round.
Well, and now it's time for the end of the show. And of course, that brings us to Tyler's signature sign off. For those of you that don't know, we sign off every week, every trivia week with Tyler's signature sign off. People who don't even watch Star Wars tune into this from all over the world just to see what Tyler has in store for us. Now, Tyler, I don't know why anybody would care, particularly this week, because you didn't really do much. It was pretty much... it was pretty much me carrying the trivia load for the team. And so, if anybody still actually wants to hear anything from you, we could probably make it Justin's signature sign off since I'm the one answering all the questions. But anyways, let's leave it to you. What do you have in store for us tonight?
Well, Justin, I actually got you something very special. I actually got you a gift. Yeah. Okay. So I got you something, and I spared no expense for it. I actually had the greatest bounty hunter in the entire galaxy. I paid an entire kimono of Beskar for this very gift. I've got it for you right here.
It's a lot of Beskar.
And so, just if you want to go ahead and just peek into that thing, I'll show you what I got in there for you. Because it's really great. Fuck you, buddy. Oh my God. Wow. Justin, are you kidding me with that? Thinking you held me up in that round? That was a team effort, good sir, just like it is every week. And that's it. That's all we got for your sign off. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks.